Today's video is going to be kind of like two parts. I just want to share something. Opening this new package I got, my Dragon Oracle cards, and see what it does, see what it says. I've never had Oracle cards, my first time. So apparently there's a book here. Okay. Kind of just want to use it. It's basically like tarot, apparently. See what 3 cards I pull up today. But I'm actually going to cleanse it first. I'm not sure if this will work, but I will use Santo card. What is this one called? This one thing? This wood thing? I got Santo Pardo something. I'm just going to use that instead. Let's see what happens here. Okay. I have never shuffled Oracle cards before, but okay. So this one girl shuffle the cards differently, so I don't know. Okay, let's see. So this one, Ernie, showing Ernie. I don't know what that is. It looks like something, I don't know. This is my first time, so I'll see what that looks like. Ernie. Ernie, come on, Ernie, give me Ernie. What is this one? Oh, 33. 30. Time to reevaluate. Slow down your fast-paced life. Earth Dragon is connected to nature and everything within the natural world. The rocks, the earth, the trees and plants, the animals and the birds. He advises us that we would do well to remember that we too are part of the seasons. So cycles. May Day. Okay, Halloween, Christmas, and other festivals. We get the real, true signal. Turning of the seasons, the Earth's bounty. So basically, Earth. Okay. Let's see what the other cards are going to say. So that's kind of reevaluating where it was. Okay. Apparently, Oracle cards are done differently. I don't know if they are. Let's take a look. Platinum. Okay. That's the one that's current. I am the keeper of secrets. Incredible green card is Atlantean temples. He connects us to Saint Germain and is the historian and record keeper of all events during the Atlantean era. He can take you to and bestow upon you the magic compass in that time. So it's to impart ancient knowledge to you for yourself and others. Wisdom hidden through eons, forgotten by many. So ancient knowledge. So recalling full alignment with new chakra energy. Okay. So it's something that's going on right now. So with the third one, something to do with the future, the next few months. Okay, so let's try that. Let's take a look. Okay. Asclepius. Why does that sound familiar? Asclepius. 27? Ancient Greek god of medicine, son of Apollo, upon meeting you for the first time, his opening words. Your modern image of the Caduceus is incorrect. He is a healer of great repute in Greek mythology, and this dragon is just that. It is your journey and yours alone. This particular affinity lies with practitioners who use healing plants, herbalism, homeopathy, and essential oil and flower essence. He asks if you need support or a professional with knowledge of healing plants, or if it's time for you to undertake training in one of the areas mentioned above, or indeed shamanism. He's a powerful ally when we are ready for the next phase or transformational energy. Okay. Well, this definitely ties in with my chart. I do have Osiris conjunct my North Node. a lot to do with vegetation. But because it's in Leo, it's more spiritual things, guides. Vesta is also that one. Vesta is also there, conjunct my north node. So something else is popping up. I don't know what it is. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. I'm going to get out 3 cards for now. Hanged Man again. So something to do with the past, feeling stuck. It's upside down again. 6 of Wands. Something to do with the wreath. Like, I feel like something to do with maybe looking for a reward. And the 5 of Wands. Differing point of views. So Hangman is not just being stuck, it's actually also, what was it? There's something about Hangman. Transition, readjustment, limbo, paradox. Because the spread is 3, usually something to do with past, present, and future. Unless it's this one. If you like this one. Love, career, self-improvement. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Feeling stuck in love or transitioning. Sacrifice may be necessary. Bored with life, anticipating a progress, static relationships, seeing life from a different angle, changing priorities, relinquishing control, taking a step back to move forward. And that's kind of more of the past thing. Okay. Number 2, 6 of Wands. Pride, victory, reward, accomplishment, receiving acclaim for your actions, being the center of attention, feeling accomplished, looking after number 1, taking it all in your stride, getting on your high horse, being too proud to admit the truth, feeling superior. I'm not sure if that's what I was going through, but it's something to do with the dragons. Yeah, the dragons are pointing out the earthiness about it. I mean, that's why I've been getting all these crystals recently. That's one thing. My mom did tell me that I could try planting things now. But that's what I want to talk about after this one. Anyways. 5 of Wands. self-improvement, competition, rivalry, minor setbacks, disagreement, quarreling over nothing, feeling you don't know where you stand, indulging in competition, feeling challenged or persecuted, trying to defend yourself unsuccessfully, frustrating circumstances, hassled by other people's opinions, irritating hiccups. I would say that's the one that's more about, the self-improvement thing. The career thing has definitely been something I've gone through. Love, I've been stuck on that one for sure. It does coincide with what I'm experiencing. So what I wanted to talk about today, not really talk about, I'll probably make this like, you'll see from this video, the title, One of the things I've never really enjoyed doing in life is being fake. And when I say fake, I mean like, I like really being honest. And one of the things that I've experienced, I think because I was being too honest in the past, that it kind of turned people off. It's almost like I expect others to be honest, and then here I am not communicating. I still kind of do it today, where it's like I'm not really that open. I am doing this for the channel. Let's talk about that. The fact that it's a YouTube channel. It's YouTube. What else do you want from YouTube, right? But the thing that's been getting to me recently, or rather I've been naturally allowing, because the thing I've been kind of disregarding, or rather really not allowing myself to go through is, and this is why I've been doing more shadow work recently. I have been doing more shadow work recently, yes. But deeper this time, especially after running into Teal Swan's videos. I was like, oh, this is different shadow work. This is like fucking real. So I'm really like sitting with it. I'm not here to tell people what to do. I'm not here to say like, do shadow work, don't do shadow work, whatever. But for my journey, I feel like I need to be real with myself in terms of what is it, not only what I'm resisting, but also what, because it could be dead tomorrow. I could be out in the streets tomorrow. I could lose things tomorrow. I could do this, blah, blah, blah. Many things could happen. You never know. But having seen many of her videos, a lot of it ties in with self-worth. A lot of it is self-worth. The whole... It definitely feels like it's an unconscious like thing. It's been sort of, I grew up with a family where I never knew what was going to happen. They were there, but they weren't there. And for some, or many, that may feel like, oh, but at least you have your parents and you're alive, blah, 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 blah. Every journey is their own journey. Everybody has their own path to take. But everyone also experiences trauma. Birth itself is a trauma. And this is why people have such things as like this kind of reaction, where it's like people want to express something. But what happens is that there are people out there who misconstrue the pain behind it. So usually when people are angry, people are enraged, people are like, fuck you kind of thing. They get all these things that we think are negative. What most people do is they don't know how to learn how to deal with that. Their coping mechanism is, they just don't have a coping mechanism. They just have a different one. They have a dysfunctional one. This isn't about blame. This isn't about anything. Everybody goes through their own thing. But one thing I'd like to make clear is that from my experience, most people have misunderstood the intentions that I've always had. Like they misunderstood, or they wanted to see it their own way, rather than saying that it's like, this is what I'm going through. This is what I'm feeling. It's crying out loud. to be understood. Everybody wants to be understood, right? Everybody wants to be accepted. And those who deny that, I think that's there's an issue there. So, but I can't speak for other people. I can only speak for myself. So, my journey is I'm looking at it, yes, from an astrological point of view, but I'm also going back to what I've been going through, that life is just life. Life is what you make it. All those things. You've heard so many things. You go through so many videos, you go through it. But the way I've always seen it is that sometimes it's just hard for me to connect simply because of the way I did grow up, and it's a work in progress, and it'll always be a work in progress. Will always be, at the very least, in this lifetime. So I think what I'm usually looking for is it's the word I'm looking for is empathy. Now, there are people who will not be able to give that. It's what it is. But for those who can, great. I don't look for it, or at least I don't need to look for it. It's something that I need to just express as a need. And by sitting with that, this is one of the things I've been learning watching Teal Swan's videos. It's like, oh, that's right, it's validation. Everyone wants to be validated, no matter what it is. Not validated for the action, but validated for the emotion behind it. It's the emotions, and she's right, that's what she said, or we're in the emotional dark age. But I think we've been in an emotional dark age for a long time, right? Astrologically speaking, you look at the age of Pisces, it's like, let's just bypass the fuck out of everything else. Let's not have emotions. Let's just be all flitty, flut, fuck up here and completely have ignored the energies down here. It's almost like, how do you have security? How do you learn how to fly a kite if you have nothing to tether it? Is it going to be a kite? If it's going to be like, you just cut the cord and be like, nope, you're not grounded, forget the tethering, let go. Then what's going to happen? Is it even a kite anymore? Looking at that from like a label perspective, right? And one of those things is this whole thing I notice about being emotionally disconnected, that most of us are, is because we haven't been in touch with that. So even that thing that some people say like this, it's like, huh? What? Right? So it's hard for people like that, and it's understandable. But at the same time, it's kind of like, I think this is a good thing about having trauma. It's not just a power thing. It's more like, it teaches you to be real. Because if you're not real about it, then you just escape. But then if you escape and even the spirituality becomes an escape, what happens is, well, to be honest, everyone experiences it in their own way. But basically what happens is you bypass that, you skip that. So you're basically invalidating your own journey. And then what happens, you're just fluttering in a cloud, as if clueless. And so what happens is it becomes this typical, that Piscean energy. It's like aloof, the negative side of the shadow of Pisces, aloof and not there. Yeah, I grew up in that environment. Because all they wanted was just like, happy. Like that line from, one of my favorite shows. It's Santa Clarita Diet. It's like leave it to fucking beaver. It's like, yeah, no. right? I think a lot of people are afraid of their shadows still today. And I'm not going to be one of those people. Because I'd rather die being real than anything else. That includes validating my emotions. You know, if you've heard of the completion process, you know, that's part of what I'm doing. That, you know, and yeah. So anyways, yeah, so I don't know. The key thing I'm really pointing out here is find your path. Or rather find the path, go into the path that you're in, whatever path that in. Paths always change. And find your purpose. But I mean by purpose is not necessarily like, oh, destiny or fate. No, I mean purpose is like the reason for, it's not even a reason, just the reason for being. I know in French they say raison d'être. But that's not really what it is. I feel it's much deeper than that. Yeah, I can't put it in words. I don't have that background. What I do have is my experiences. I have these things that I enjoy. I'm actually doing it. And I used to never really get into this. I never really kind of thought I'd be into this. I just thought it'd be like, oh, you know, I'm a language teacher. I'm just going to do this and live life unconsciously and blah, 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 all those things and get the money. No, no, no. And I mean, I've tried, or at least I thought I tried. And, you know, but it's more than the doing. It's like right now I have, for example, I have a job where I'm teaching, yes, they use traditional methods for language learning. It's language learning. It's not acquisition. But I really actually enjoy the job, to be honest, not because of what they're doing. It's not the what, it's how I'm connecting with the students. And a lot of them, I've noticed that what I'm getting more and more now are students that are like opening up. The ones that I'm getting have this sort of tendency to just be, they understand how to communicate. They're communicating rather than just speaking English, right? Speaking English. So, right, so it's part of the whole process. So, and I've come to realize it's like, you know, maybe it's not necessarily acquisition that needs to happen, because if you look at it, what else is behind all that? Well, it's really communication. But what really is communication? It's body language. So if it's body language, isn't that intuitive? Right? So I think that's what matters more. So it doesn't matter what you do, whether it's language acquisition, language learning, whatever. I mean, I do prefer one or the other. One that, you know, I prefer acquisition. It just feels good for me because it's like, you know, if I want to be more natural, I don't want to think about things too much, fine. If you're okay with overusing the front part of the brain, what you call this one right here, the conscious part of the brain, fine. But it's really about communication. It all comes down to that. But behind all that stuff, it's really about the connection, right? And I'm coming to realize that again, realizing that it's like, oh, wait a second. It ties into the thing that I needed to focus, that I need to go back into, which is honoring the desires and the needs I have here while in the spine. Because otherwise I'm fucking useless. Right? How do you heal others if you don't start to heal yourself? I don't mean like completion. I don't mean like you're healed and then, yes, I'm ready to help the world because I'm now healed 9,000 years later. Right? So, no, I mean as you go through it. So anyways, just wanted to share that one. For those who are curious, if you love stones, I just got this stone called fulgurite. I also got a tactile. This was like about a few weeks ago. But I also got fulgurite, which is apparently like it sucks in negative energy. Oh, and one thing I also realized is that I don't mean to do it this way. It's such a teacher thing. I don't know what it is, but whatever. I don't mean to do it this way, like this. But I realized that as I go through this process of, the shadow work and all that stuff, it's healing the past whilst moving towards elevation in the future. Because that's what it is, right? You don't want to carry back experiences from the past so that it creates more, you can call it karma. Okay? So, and yeah. So anyways, I hope that helps. So, go with your path. You're listen in. And the other thing too, I want to kind of end with this is, you can always choose. You have free will. Choose who you connect with. And I'm sure you've heard it so many times before. If you haven't, then great. If you have, great. It doesn't matter. Just maybe it's a reminder. Find your path, find your tribe, whatever it is, connect. I'm hoping to do the same. I'm actually looking forward to eventually going through a QHHD session and really start to heal deeply. As in even use those kind of in a way kind of, I just want the tools for myself so that I can live more. Even if it's by the dumpster. I don't want to be afraid of those things anymore. I don't want to live in fear anymore. That's really the whole point of this whole thing. I want to live. I'm pretty sure most people do. But it's fucking scary. It's scary as fucking shit. But this is why I'm doing this one. So anyways, I'll give you more updates later on. I don't know what to do, but for now it's all up in the air. I have plans that I've made, like getting my license again for driving. I don't really want to drive, to be honest. And doing all this stuff and see where it goes. So I hope that gives you some sort of that, I don't know if it's inspiration, right? But at least some guidance so that if you ever have any questions, you can always just type in the comments below if you have any questions, if you want to just share. I have been thinking recently, and it's been kind of on and off, of building some sort of community where we can just be ourselves, share our own beliefs, share our own experiences, whatever it may be, and go from there. I don't know what it is yet. It's just an idea right now. So I'm just bringing it out there. And really follow my heart again a lot more. But it starts with this deeper healing process. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And thank you for just letting it be as it is. I hope you have the same compassion, the same empathy for yourselves. I'll see you guys later.